Welcome back here to day 3 of the main event here at Playlive Melbourne Millions. This is the day 3 of the main. Like I said, I'm Monkey in the comm box with Berkey. We're going to bring this down all the way to the final table of 9. And we've got some big names out in the field, Berkey.
Oh, yes, we do. We were actually just talking to them on break because we've got an hour-long break. So we don't want to know the action that's going on, but we ask a lot of these people about their hands, how they played it.
Sure.
Coming in, seeing how everyone's doing, everyone's feeling, everyone's jacked up. Oh, why is it always the first hand that always something happens? Daniel Francis waking up with the pocket kings
in the cutoff. Blinds have gone up here, 125, 250, 250. This is hand 125 of this feature table. As you can see, we've got new players sitting on the feature table at the moment. They just changed over tables during that long dinner break, I should say, as Daniel Francis raises it up to 500k with these pocket kings. It's been folded round to Tam in the big blind. It's going to cost him 375 to call from the small blind, I should say.
Once again, we are back on a new stream here. We are in the Facebook, we are in YouTube, and we are in Twitch. You can watch any of them for free. Please make sure you can comment. Let us know what's going on. We are in the stream for 2 more players to be knocked out. But once again, with these kind of structures, that could be a while. Or it could be next hand. Who knows?
Who knows? As Tam here got a decision to make. It's in the small blind. 6-7 of clubs.
I asked him how he's going to play on break. He said he's got about 9-10 million. He said he's playing fearless. He has no care in the world out there, Mr. Tam.
Looks like Tam's going to come in for a raise here. He will too.
And playing fearless can sometimes get you into these situations.
As Isaac folds the 7-6 round to Daniel Francis, who picks up the kings. First hand back on stream here. 11 players to go. We will be going hand for hand when we lose a player. 5 and 5. So it might be a bit dull in the commentary box, but we're going to try and keep the vibes going. If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, let us know. Daniel Francis going to jam these kings in here, I should say, as Tam Trung realises that his raise has gone to the toilet and throws the 7-6 of clubs straight in the bin.
Look at these guys. Look at these names in this lineup. And then there's my man, Mr. Matt, Mr. Damon in there.
Matty.
Do you know what? He's so upbeat. He was down there. He was like,
he loved it, yeah?
I appreciate you guys saying nice things. I appreciate this. Like, it's great to see. Oh, here we go. The second feature table here. Hutton with the massive chip stack in there. I'm trying to listen to a little bit of the table chat to see what they're going on about. Oh, Tam talking about he nearly re-raised him there. Ooh.
It could have been a nightmare for Tam, but got away from it. This is the outer feature table for those people. This is day 3 of the main, just quietly here at Playlive at 129 York Street, South Melbourne. We've plugged the crap out of their address here, but that's if you like playing cards, come down here. This is the place to be. There is the closer on at the moment. It started at 6 o'clock. I believe late registration finishes at 10:30 or 10:45, roughly speaking, local time. So if you're in the area and in Melbourne, come down for that. As we just bring up the chats for YouTube and for Twitch and for Facebook Live. Round to Matt, Damon. One of the loveliest guys ever.
Puts in the raise to 500,000. Now the blinds are 125, 250, 250. This is a standard min raise here.
MSP back in the chat with Ali. Nebo coming in with a shout out to the GOAT commentary team. Appreciate that, Nebo, very much so. Love to see the likes in the chat and the support we get. We do this for giggles, Berkey.
Oh, we love it, man.
Non-paid job, but we're bringing it home for you guys. So,
well, we do it for the love of it.
We do it for the love of the game, yeah, and for the players, yeah, absolutely. Good call, Berkey.
And we really hope you guys hear that through us because how much we love calling this game. Now we're going to go 3 ways this flop here. Fan with the 6-7 suited, Damon with the ace-3 off, and Tam, we call him Tam for now, with the king-10 suited. We're going to see a flop. Ace-7 deuce, 1 spade, 1 club, 1 diamond. We got a middle pair for Alan, but top pair here for Damon. Tam looking for some backdoors here.
Look at how quickly Damon likes to play too, just quietly, just bets out the 800k.
We call that hard and fast.
Hard and fast. The Tony Gregg call as it goes round to Baby. Baby Alan is his nickname, also known as Alan Pham, but Baby Alan is what we're going to call him. He's a baby face to killer this bloke. Picks up the 6-7 of diamonds. He has flopped, like Berkey said, the middle pair. 6 to go with it, and backdoor diamonds draws. He's facing a bet of 800k. He's going to put that in the bin. And Matt or Damon, whichever one you want to go with, picks up that pair. As this is a view from the outer feature table. They've put in a camera here, the studio downstairs. Shout out to Matty Marshall and the crew downstairs who have been absolutely outstanding all week long, bringing you the action.
Every time we get in here to do something else, they've brought up new features, new things to do, unlocking new things like this new camera angle. Love it. Love going to the side table, seeing what's going on. Nate Sutton, absolute legend of the game and all around great bloke, been in around it. Says you can't make this up. Commentary is good. We are very, very happy you guys are enjoying this. Please hit us up on the chat. Only good vibes, no negative stuff, guys. We are trying to keep this upbeat as well as we can. We are at 11. We are going down to a final table of 9 where we will bring back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Stream will start at 12:20 tomorrow with a star-studded, absolutely star-studded lineup. It's going to be, doesn't matter which two we lose, the next 9 are going to be absolutely ready to play for that $170,000 top prize.
Great shout there from you, Berkey. As Mick Walford just comes into the chat there, Mr. Monk and Burke, good to hear. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably a better way of saying it. Yes.
Yes.
This comes around to Tam here, picks up the natural. He loves to play Baccarat, so he's going to squeeze it up Baccarat styles. Picks up the A7 of hearts.
That's what you want to see, the 3-side, no side.
Sure. 30 bigs. He's got 7.4. He bled a couple of chips a couple of hands ago when he had the 7-6 of clubs into the kings. So he's going to come in for a raise here
525
in the cutoff.
Like. Yeah.
Isaac's picked up the Nintendo 64 and Baby Fam. Baby Alan here with the pocket jacks and the, have a look at them. He's got the ear mufflers in. He's got those little, what do you call those little pieces?
Sound blockers or he just doesn't want to hear anything.
No,
except his own thoughts, I guess.
He's absolutely.
Well, he's an absolute crusher, so hearing his own thoughts might be an actual good thing.
Well, he's in that. He's gonna jam this here. Jared's picked up the worst hand in poker suited, the 7-2. That's going straight in the bin. Back round to Tam, who can't believe.
Twice he's raised it, twice he's got jammed on.
Yeah, a bit brutal.
He said he's fearless, though, Tam. We know how he plays. Well, actually, look, I'd like to say he plays hard and fast, but he plays smartly. Smart, hard, and fast. Is that a word? I don't know. I think I've just made that up just now. But either way, everyone knows what I'm talking about, I hope. He's going to ask for a count. He's going to realise it's a large chunk of his stack. Actually, almost all of it. If you don't mind.
And Tam here asking for a count. He does have that A7 of hearts. It's probably going to cost him too much to call here. I'd imagine he's just going to tank and fold. He's played a lot of poker with Baby Alan, just quietly, a lot of poker with Baby. So he knows that, you know, Baby could be making a play here, but also, as you can see from the graphics in the bottom left-hand corner, Alan Pham has picked up a hand this time. As we've just picked up the chat on YouTube.
It's great to have the chat back. Welcome back, everyone. Glad to have everyone here. Is he actually considering this, or is this a bit of Hollywood because he's just raised twice and got re-raised? Or does he like, is he just going to go, you know what? I got the natural. Let's go. Let's flip.
Well, you got to remember, it's 6-handed poker here, Berkey. So A7 is quite strong, but obviously not strong enough against the jacks. But Tam doesn't know that. He's asked for a count here. It's going to cost him a lot of his stack, almost 75% of his stack to call. He has elected to fold it. And Baby's just going to pick that bad boy up with pocket jacks there, Berkey.
Wow, that's good. Okay, now I'm going to shoot to the chat really quick. Tony Wong locked in. John rocked in. Tony Wong's laughing at it. Well, who else we got? Spiritual Podcast back again. Sure, why not? Tony, why indeed? Plugging 129 York Streak again. Good on you guys.
Have a look at Spiritual Tradie there. Would you recommend leaving your family and full-time job to become a poker pro? No, I cannot recommend doing that. Poker is an extremely difficult game. I think only the top 5% of poker players in the world actually make money playing it. So maybe just build a little bit of a bankroll. Come down to Playlive and maybe see if you can have a shot at the 170 lacquer when they have their series on, or any other event that they do put on down at Playlive. They do put on an amazing show here. So
Nate Sutton in the chat asking if it goes over 1 million, 2 million blinds. He's got $50 on it. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's actually a good line.
Great call. As Damon picks up the Jack 7 of spades. Under the gun.
He doesn't think much about his hands. He likes to play it hard and fast.
Yeah.
Like just
Tony Gregg styles, hard and forced.
Hard and forced.
Damon here picks up the Jack 7 of spades. Like I said, 37 bigs, 9.2. He's going to put that in the bin under the gun. So it comes around to Tam, who's had a couple of legs cut out of him. Well, at least half a leg in the last couple of hands. He's going to fold the Queen 3.
John's in here asking if I can see Damon's handed mob. Look, I can give it a crack and see if I can pull this up. Let's go.
Baby Alan here on the button picked up the Dolly Parton suited the 9-5. He's got the earbuds in, blocking out all the external noise. He's focused on trying to take this bad boy down as Jared folds the 8-4. Baby Alan did raise on the button here, and it comes around to Daniel Francis. Picked up the King 5 off. And Shannon coming in saying single draw, raise the Jack 7. Yeah, I raise and draw 1 there, Shannon, to be fair, and get outdrawn every single time when I pair up, but that's a different question altogether.
Now, look, I'm looking to find Damon on the Hender mob, and I can't actually find him. If someone else could, he's got 600 USD in his Hender mob. Well, he's going to outlive that today, I can tell you that.
And I'm pretty sure that's not 600K, that's $600.
Oh, 600.
Yeah, just $600 cold USD on Hendon mob.
Let's go, Damon. I love the underdog story.
Me too, for that matter. And he's just such a lovely guy. We had a chat with him during the break. He's just a pisser of a human being. He's loving what we're putting down, and he's obviously ecstatic to be in the final 11 here of the main. This is the outer feature table. Now, just for those people at home, we will be going hand for hand when we get down to 10 players, so give us an opportunity to be able to plug a few of the events coming up tomorrow.
Are we hand for hand now? I haven't seen anything on the feature.
No, I don't believe so, Berkey.
No, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
just
definitely 6
sure.
and 5. We can see that. Sure. But great shouts by you, Berkey. Down to 11.
Just want to make sure we're getting the info right in here. Nebo in the chat's asking if we can do a poll, seeing who in the chat is voting for Damon.
Damon squared, by the way.
Squared, by the way.
As Alan Pham just picks up the King 10 of hearts here. Might have an opportunity too to shout out to Shannon, who does the Mixed Games Academy. His series starting tomorrow. He has been running events throughout the week here at Play Live, but he actually has his own schedule starting tomorrow here.
Oh, hold on 2 seconds.
As Jared finds the pocket sixes, he's going to jam that all in. So it's going to be sixes all in at the moment. Daniel's going to fold one of those sixes. Bit of hurt. Damon's got the 10-8. So there's one of the outs for Alan gone if he decides to call this off. So let's have a look at, see what Damon does here. He's asked for a count.
He's asking for counts. He's thinking about getting fancy with the 10-8 off. He knows you've been talking about the natural.
And Damon's got to fold. He did ask to see Baby's chip stack. And Baby's got a decision to call it off here. It's going to cost him 1.3. He does call it off. So it's King 10 versus sixes. Jared all in at danger. And in danger, I should say. King 10 versus the pocket sixes. Jared runs quite pure, so I wouldn't be surprised if Jared takes this one down. But let's get back to this here. As it's King 10 versus sixes. Off to the flop we go. Heads up action. And 10 just in the window. With a 6. Yeah, sure. So Jared finds the one outer on the flop. So, and a bit of help for Alan on the turn. He needs a queen and a queen only. Doesn't get the... What a run out just quietly. Jared,
just quietly.
Yeah, the 10 peels off at the river, giving 3 of a kind, obviously, to Alan, but not good enough as Jared finds the K6 on the flop. He doubles through up to 17 bigs now.
Was that
4.3.
Was that just a call from you? He runs pure and gets the one outer?
That's how he runs, man. Just hits the one outer. The 6-4 was folded pre-flop, so absolutely draws the one outer on the flop. We're still got 11 players remaining in this main event, day 3. Now, as Berkey alluded to earlier, we will be playing this down to a final 9, and then they will be coming back tomorrow at midday. So stay tuned for that one. If you haven't liked and subscribed on the Facebook page and or YouTube and or Twitch for that matter, do that now so that you know tomorrow when the action's going to be live for the feature table and the final table, I should say, of this main event here at Play Live.
I'm telling you, we've only got to lose 2 more players, but it ain't no one here going to be playing something silly to try and get knocked out here. It's going to take an absolute cooler to get this down to 9 players here.
Have a look at Simon in the chat, just giving us a bit of a shout out there. 2 of the top 5 sexiest poker commentary voices on here currently. Appreciate that shout out. That's a that's a really nice comment. We do appreciate that. As David comes into the chat, the LFG Shane Mann. Spoke to Shane as well at the break. He's a lovely guy. Got all the time in the world. Cheery bloke. Good vibes coming out of him as Alan Pham picks up the King Queen off.
We've got Lu Tong Liu in the chat asking how many entries. Up in the top corner there, my friend. It'll say 797. Oh, hold on a second. We have 11 left, but we are going to get some action here from Daniel after Alan raised in the hijack with King Queen off. Ace King for Daniel on the dealer button. We will be seeing a raise here. Oh, he's tricking it up here with the flat.
So it looks like a flat here.
He has flatted this.
Right. Allowing the blinds to come in if they pick up hands, which they don't. Damon's out. And Tam, it's only going to cost him 275k more to call from the big blind. So Daniel just tricking it up a little bit, like Berkey said. It's just going to flat the Ace King on the button. Look, I don't mind the play if I'm being totally honest.
At all.
Tam gets out
you're
the
in
way.
Position. If anything here hits, you could be facing some bets where you're actually way ahead.
Here comes the flop. It comes deuce, ace. And tricking it up for Daniel is going to work in his favour here as Alan Pham picks up nothing apart from backdoor straight and flush draws. And Daniel, obviously, with top pair, top kicker on a paired board, way out in front, as you can see, 93.7% in terms of equities in this hand. Baby's going to continue his story, and I can guarantee you Daniel's going absolutely nowhere with top pair, top kicker on this board. 425 is the bet. Background to Daniel. You can't possibly put him on a monster like he's got here, so Alan might continue this story for a couple of barrels, I'd imagine, Berkey.
He's not afraid to. He's not afraid to tell a story. Problem is if the story he walks into is just happen to be a flatted Ace King pre-flop. That he does.
So John in the chat saying don't raise, and Daniel has raised to 1.1 mil. Action back on Baby here. He's got nothing but the King Queen high, backdoor diamonds, backdoor straight potential. But I'd imagine that this raise is going to get it done. But Baby's a crusher both in cash games and in tournaments. So let's see what Baby decides to do here. Obviously, he's in a world of hurt. Only 7% equity at this point.
Oh,
and have a look at this. Baby's reaching for some chips here. He's going to come along.
Wow. Okay.
Right. Okay. So Baby's electing here to come along in this as the Jack of Hearts peels off on the turn. Gives Baby Alan a few more outs. Actually, 3 outs now. His percentage just went up 1% there. So he needs a 10 and a 10 only at the river. 3 outs, as you can see. One of them was folded pre-flop, but Daniel way out in front at the moment with his Ace King on this board. Baby's going to check over to Daniel, as it looks like we might have a bust out on the outer feature table. So we might be going for hand shortly as the river brings in the Queen of Diamonds. Does bring in the flush, does bring in the backdoor straight too. Let's see what Baby decides to do here after floating the flop King High. The diamonds, like I said, do hit. He does have the nut diamond in his hand, Alan, but I can't imagine Daniel's going to fold to any bet here. But let's see what Baby can put together. See if he can bluff Daniel out of this pot.
I know he's going to bet, but how big is he going to bet?
We've been asked in the chat there on YouTube, Nathaniel's chip count now, please. We should be able to find that information out relatively soon, Berkey, and we'll bring it to you as soon as we get it. We are calling the action on a 20-minute delay, so what you're seeing, here comes Baby Alan, who jams it in Daniel's face. Have a look at this. What a play.
He gets him to fold.
And Daniel gets Daniel to fold. Hats off to Baby Alan, who took a line here, floated the flop, finds the diamond at the river, jams it with the nut blocker, and gets it done.
Dean Heyman, great commentary, lads. Entertaining as well. Informative.
Wow. Unbelievable there, Berkey. Sorry, man, but that was incredible.
No, that was incredible call. An incredible jam.
And the Ace King just quietly didn't even think about it for more than about 3 or 4 seconds. Just puts it straight in the bin.
He flatted pre-flop to get exactly that. And he ended up getting the fold.
Yeah, I mean, he set the hand up from pre-flop, like you said, Berkey, finds the ace with a couple of deuces on the board, and snap folds the river when the diamonds come in. But
That's
a bit interesting there from Daniel Francis, but don't worry about it, as Baby Alan outplays him. He just simply outplayed him in that pot.
100%.
Takes it down up to 34 bigs now, 8.575 mil.
Yep.
And the chat going off on YouTube.
Now keep in mind, guys. Keep in mind, positive things only. The one thing we're not doing is sitting there playing for 170 lacquer up top and hundreds of people watching you. We may have played it differently, but hey, we've got to give props to the guys. They are still here with 10 left.
Now, just quietly, we are going to hand-for-hand action, as we alluded to earlier, Berkey. When we get down to the final 10, as it's 5 and 5 on each of the tables, we will be playing hand-for-hand 2 minutes off the clock as we do hand-for-hand action. It might be a bit slow, so if you've got any questions, comments, queries, or anything that you want to put into the chat, let them go hard and fast in the chat, and we'll be more than happy to answer them to the best of our ability as Jared Graham picks up King Queen off here under the gun. He's got 17 bigs now after the double through, after spiking a 1 out of 6 on the flop just before and making a full house at the river. And here comes Jared. He's going to pop it up. It looks like he's going to make it just the structure pop to 500, which he does. Daniel picks up the Nintendo 64, puts that in the bin. Damon picks up the Ace King this time. So
here we go.
Damon just
straight
jamming
away
it.
just say, here you go. No worries.
Round to Baby Allen, who picks up the
God.
Ace Queen of Hearts. Sure, so a bit of action here,
What
as you
is
can
this?
see. It's Ace King. It's obviously been raised under the gun by Jared, who's got the worst of it, the King Queen. Damon's jammed over the top with the Ace King, and round to Baby Allen, who's picked up the Ace Queen of Hearts, laughing to himself a little bit about the situation he's currently in. And obviously, he's in a world of hurt too. He folds the Ace Queen like he should. Round to Jared now. He's going to call the all-in. Is that correct? No.
No, he got a fold.
He put it in the bin.
When fold, that could have been fireworks. But Damon, playing it hard and fast, the King's Ace King that time. Wow, what? Oh, yep. You can hear in the background the TD calling shuffle up and deal. We are hand for hand to go to the final table, and super exciting this final table it's going to be when we get to it. Some huge names, some real unknowns, a good mix of everything. So it's going to make for a great final table of the main event.
Any chance we know how much Nathaniel Hutton has on the outer feature table there, Berkey?
I've sent the message, but at the moment they've got a chat here. Give me a second. They're 500,000, so it's
Heaps, piles, we should say.
10, 11. I don't know chips on the other side. I'm just trying to do this read off what I can see in front of him. I don't know. 11.
It's like 16 million plus, maybe a bit more.
It depends what he has on the other side.
Yep.
But I can see 12. I just don't know what's on the other side there. What chips he's playing with is in hand. So 12 plus is all I can tell you right at this moment, just basically staring at the stack.
Now, obviously, with this hand for hand, guys, the action's going to be probably a bit slow. As Damon picks up the ace.
What?
No, I can't imagine that's correct. Maybe that was just a bit of a technical glitch there, because I can't imagine him folding Ace King Damon here in the cutoff. Action's been folded around to Tam on the button. He has put in a raise. We will get those cards showing shortly. Hopefully, Jem, who's talking to the studio, will tell Tam to put them over the RFID reader so we can see them. Jared's in the big blind. He folds. Don't worry about it. Tam's going to take it down after raising the flop. And like we said, hand for hand, so it's going to be a bit... It's going to be a little bit slow. So
Now, we got hand for hand coming. Now, what we're going to do... sorry, I'm just getting some information from downstairs. We are definitely hand for hand. I'm going to get some information on the closer tonight. Can you tell us about the closer there, Monkey?
The closer, it started at 6 o'clock. Late registration, I believe, concludes at 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. You'll be able to find that information out from the Playlive. 10:30, is it? Perfect, 10:30. That's a $600 buy-in, 30K starting stack, 30-minute levels, a 50K guarantee, which I'm pretty sure they might be pretty close to hitting already, Berkey.
Oh,
Considering the numbers from earlier.
we're north.
We're north of it.
We're way north of
There it is, sure. As Damon picks up the pocket sixes here under the gun, the same hand that Jared Graham doubled through with no more than 5 hands ago, picks up the sixes under the gun. I'd imagine he's going to come in for a raise here.
He's very much like me. See hand, play hand. Oh, he's a lovely bloke. Great to have him here.
Totally agree.
Now, just quietly, while he's doing this, while he's having a ponder, we are currently at 143 runners in the closer.
Holy moly, sure.
And there is just under 2 hours of late rego left. So guarantees already smashed. They're at 71,500 already, and going much north of that. So how's that for a closing event there to start off the proceedings?
Yeah, great shout there from Berkey. So guarantee has been hit at the close of day one. We're back at the feature table. We're playing hand for hand. There's 10 players left, 5 on this feature table, 5 on the outer feature table. Damon got a decision to make, I should say, under the gun. He folds the sixes. I don't mind the play, to be perfectly honest, as Tam here
Get yourself
in the
trouble
cutoff.
a fair bit with those sixes there in that position.
Great shout, Berkey, as Tam picks up the king 5 off. He's going to put that in the bin. Bit of a smile, grin, laugh. Round to Baby Allen. Picks up the Joe Hasham. 2005 world champ winning hand. 7-3 off. He's going to fold that round to Jared Graham in the small blind. It's going to cost him 125 to call here. He's got 13 bigs. Does he apply max pressure on the big blind with his Jack 6? Jared, just a seasoned professional. I think he's got like 1.3 or 1.5 million USD on his handed mob. We might be able to bring those stats up. He's been on a health kick the last 6 months. He's looking Mickey Mouse.
He looks
Jared,
really good, doesn't he?
Absolutely. As he does put in a raise here with the Jack 6 out of the small blind.
I'm going to jump on handed mob right now and see what we can come up with.
And hold on a second. It looks like Daniel Francis, action back on him. So it's been raised to 750k. Daniel Francis does pick up the King 7 off. Suits inverted, as you can see. King of clubs, 7 of diamonds versus the Jack of diamonds, 6 of clubs. Let's just have a look at what's going on here. As Daniel got a decision to make. I think he's asked for a count. Hence the reason for why this hand is taking a little bit longer than usual. But he does have a decision to make. There's 170 lacquers up top, 104,000 for second, 64.5 for third, 45.8 for fourth. And as you can see from the event ribbon at the bottom of your screen, showing the rest of the payouts there. But big money. They're playing for some big cheese, Berkey.
Oh, massive cheese. 170 up top.
Yes, sir.
You're sitting here, you've done the bulk of the work. You've knocked out 787 players, down to the final 10, and you're staring down the barrel of 170 large.
What you're looking at the screen at the moment, that's the outer feature table as Jared Graham picks up the blinds there, obviously. Or the big blind plus the ante, I should say. This is the outer feature table. Some absolute crushers out there too.
So I'm just looking on Jared Graham's handed mob. 1.86 million USD in tournament earnings.
I was pretty close. I said 1.5. Yeah, 1.68.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh, 1.86.
1.86, even more.
So,
not much for you, Berkey, but for the battlers at home, that's plenty.
Well, I mean, if you looked at my handed mob, you'll see about 30k sitting there. So.
That's about 8 times more than what I've got on mine. So anyway, we might be able to see. We can see CK Lifetime coming in there. Do we know what the series totals is so far? I think 5 million is a chance. Now, look, we might see if we can bring up some numbers, maybe, Berkey. Maybe you can work on that for a little bit whilst we go hand for hand.
Keep working. I'll keep working on numbers for you guys, see what we can come up with.
As Riff Mustafa in the chat just says, Baby Alan Pham used to train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with me. He's a lethal weapon. Be careful, boys. So there's a little bit of inside scoop on Baby Alan, where the action is back around to at the moment. He's in the cutoff.
Riff couldn't get out of a chair. I don't know what he's sitting there doing. Talking about training BJJ.
Baby's going to fold the natural, the ace-7 off. It comes around to Jared on the button. He's picked up the king 3, which got Darwin Foddy in a world of hurt just before he went to a break. He flopped 2 pairs, top and bottom, and was out, I think, somewhere in the vicinity of 16th or 17th. He flopped 2 pairs, but Nathaniel ended up making the nuts, scooping and eliminating 2 players. That was about 2 hours ago, give or take. He's got to raise it up to make it 700k to go, Jared. So it comes around to Damon. Believe it or not, that is his name. It's not a repeat. His parents must have found the repeat on the first name, found the Damon.
Ooh, just got the series total up to date, what we're up to. 4.2 so far.
4.2 million. Jesus Christ, that's huge. Yeah, sure, right. Okay, 4.2 million.
And still a few events to go.
With some events to go, like Berkey said, 4.2 million in the Playlive Melbourne Million Series to date in the prize pools, the total prize pools. That is heaps. So shout out to the guys at Playlive, obviously doing something amazing here in Melbourne during what would have been the Aussie Million schedule, but they found the key time for people to play poker, and they're putting on a show. Like you said, 4.2 million in the prize pool, so that's just absolutely colossal. Well done to Playlive.
You can feel the intensity down here, can't you, with these guys. Now, hand for hand, great. I love hand for hand. People can take their time, know they're getting the same amount of hands as the next table. Make it fair on everybody.
was this close to call that as well, or maybe
This is
jam on
great.
it?
These guys just... Oh, man. You're one off the main event final table. You'd be hard to be pumping out of your chest down there, wouldn't it?
Look, no doubts about it. Now, Berkey, we will tell the chat here. We have reiterated this probably about 5 or 6 times, but we'll do it one more time. Once there is an elimination, they will be bagging and coming back tomorrow at midday. So we won't be playing this final table out or the rest of this event out until tomorrow when they come back at midday for the main event, day 4. That will be probably one of the best final tables I could imagine all year round. I know that's a huge shout, only considering it's in February, but if you have a look at the field out there, there were some absolute elite players, a couple of known amateur regs, I guess you could call it. So we're going to see some pretty good poker, I'd imagine.
Some fun poker.
Fun poker. Great call.
This is the thing. Like, watching 9 regs around a table can sometimes get a bit monotonous, but we've got some big personalities here who like to make some big moves. This is actually really good.
Michael Parker in both chats just quietly. He's on the YouTube. Plus he's on the Facebook Live. Yeah, sure. Why not, Michael? He's deciding to double down on the stream.
Michael Parker asking, are we doing the commentating for the final table? Monkey, take it away.
Look, like you said before, Berkey, we did get the bat signal, or what Josh Abity would call the Burke signal, to come in tomorrow and call the final table. Hopefully you enjoy my voice, because I believe, or mine and Berkey's voice for that matter.
We have been confirmed.
We have been confirmed to come back tomorrow. So hopefully you enjoy the commentary and the vibes we keep in chat and
tomorrow
on stream for you guys. So
plenty of vibes tomorrow.
we'll be back tomorrow at midday.
Now we've got the cutoff here with Jared Graham raising with the King Deuce suited to the 550. Falling around to Tam in the big blind. Doesn't like to give chips away, Tam.
I like the way that Jared's been playing actually recently. He did put that pressure on with the Jack 6. A couple of hands before, picked up the blinds. He's playing position quite well here, so here we go.
And we've got the photo of the outer table, seeing the action going on. Remember, we are hand for hand, so we're going to try and see what we can with the outer table. Lofty God, much appreciated in the chat. Loving everything we're doing with the streams. You guys are great. It's not just us. It's the whole team here that helps us do what we do. The team downstairs, the ones behind the scene, the dealers, the TDs. This is a great setup and a great team, and man, it's only going to get bigger from here. But like, look at the numbers. All you have to do is look at the numbers to know you're doing something right.
No doubts about it. There's Tony Wong, I should say, comes in there, gives us a solid 4 out of 10. Some tears were coming down my face there for a second. We are trying our best here, but then goes, nah, joking. You guys are killing it. Nice bluff, got it through me. Shedding a tear here in the com box, doing our best here for a non-paid role here. We're just doing this because Berkey and I love it, and we're hoping you guys at home are loving it too. We're just doing it for a bit of giggles. We like calling the poker. We like to keep it nice and interesting. It does become a bit monotonous, like you said before, Berkey, a bit dull at times.
It's during those key times where there's either huge pay jumps or trying to get to a final table. Now, these guys here have been playing a long time today. They got in at 12. It's almost hitting 9 o'clock, 8 hours of play. They're going to get a bit tired. They're going to get a bit slow. And we'll try our best to keep it up, keep it upbeat, as some would say. We'd like to integrate with the chat. We love you guys talking to us, and we'll call the action as best we can.
This is the outer feature table. Obviously, the hand on the feature table has been completed. So you're seeing 20-minute delay. Obviously, the action on the outer feature table does give us an opportunity to talk about what's coming up for the Playlive Melbourne Millions. Final day of their series is tomorrow. Like we said, the main event will be coming back with the final 9 tomorrow at midday. Then the closer day 2, they're coming back at 6 p.m. Then also at 6 o'clock, they've got the Berserker satellite. That's a $100 buy-in, 10K starting stack, 10-minute levels, 10 seats guaranteed. Sure,
Holy
why
geez,
not?
I just saw that. 10-seat guarantee.
And that Berserker is going to be the get-out stakes for anybody who's played during the Playlive Melbourne Millions. If you've shot a few too many bullets and you want to give yourself an opportunity of winning some of that money back, that'll be the final event on the Playlive Melbourne Millions schedule. That starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow, Tuesday the 3rd. That's a $400 buy-in, 50K starting stack. The blinds do change. They go up in increments. So it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 24 minutes, 30-minute levels with a 50K guarantee, which I guarantee you, based on what the closer has done here, should be able to get way over the 50K mark for tomorrow, as Jared Graham here picks up the ace queen off. He's under the gun. Almost certainly going to find a raise as he looks at the bigger chips. And he is going to raise it up. It looks like he's going to make it 600. No, 550 it is. Dean Francis. It's going to fold.
Daniel Francis. I know you know it.
Sorry.
I know you know it, Dean Francis.
Pardon me. Daniel Francis folds. It comes round to Tam. I do apologise to Daniel, but maybe shout outs to Dean whilst we're saying it anyway. Round to Tam, he picks up pocket threes in the small blind. Dave's asking, is there any chance to have a chip count on the outer table? We will try and give you that information as best we possibly can as it comes round to Tam, like I said, in the small blind with pocket threes, Berkey.
The thing is, I don't want to get information that's 20 minutes early, for one, because they are hand for hand. And I know these guys are working their hardest to keep this thing going. I can ask them if they can give it to us, but we'll see what they come down with. Does Playlive have events? Oh, hold on a second. We got a 3-bet here, or
Tam's going to find the 3-bet, it looks like. He's got a 3-bet at 1.3. Baby Allen folding my favourite hand, Jack 10 of clubs, straight in the bin. Back round to Jared, who's under the gun, picked up the ace queen. He's the gentleman you can see the camera on him at the moment. An absolute crusher, like we alluded to earlier. 1.831 million USD in his Hendon mob. So he knows what he's doing. Been working on getting a new Vasek. He's just going to lay down the ace queen and Tam, given the respect from Jared and with his pocket threes. And Tam's going to take that down out to the feature table at the moment.
Now, Lofty God in the chat asks, does Playlive have events every day, or do you at least get a day of rest? Every day during the series is massive. Post-series, no, they are open 7 days a week. Now, they won't be streaming 7 days a week, so there's a bit of reprieve there, but Playlive will be open 7 days a week. If you'd like to check out the schedule or any of the structures, everything's posted. We would be posting them on playlive.melbourne on the website, or you can check out the Facebook page itself. Though we're posting everything on both of those. Really exciting times coming up. The whole year's worth of series has been released, saved the dates for everything, and by the time Melbourne Millions rolls around next year, this is going to be just even bigger and better.
No doubts about that. Well said, Berkey. Couldn't have said it better myself. Chris Burke saying, Tim Tam getting the chockies there. He did. As Dean Francis picks up the king 8 off under the gun. He's going to put that in the bin. Round to Damon. Pocket pair of Damons there. Damon. He's going to fold. Tam, he's going to fold. Alan Pham. Baby Alan, I have said this a few times, is his nickname. He's picked up the Jack 8. 29 bigs, 7.3 million to his stack. He's in the small blind. He's got Jared to act after him. Baby Alan looks like he's going to raise it up and make it 725k to go. Jared's picked up the 6-7 off. It's going to cost him 475k to call. Jared obviously looking at a 4 million chip stack, 16 bigs. I can't imagine he's going to continue, so he's going to put that in the bin. Baby just picking up a few more chips there.
Shout out to Grace Brooks in the chat. Says we're doing a great job. Pub poker players are getting free coaching with your thoughts. Well, we try and give our thoughts as best we can, but I don't always know whether they're actually going to be right. The chat always keeps us honest, though, which is nice.
Great shout from you, Berkey.
If we give a piece of advice that is probably way off, which can happen once in a while, but look, we try and impart our 20 years each of knowledge on this game as best we can onto everyone, because this is the game we love, the game we want to grow, and it's series like this that really give you high hopes about where poker's heading, especially now in Victoria, that poker's back and in a big way.
All said, Berkey. As pocket pair of Damons, Damon picks up the King 9 diamonds. Damon squared, also known as Matt. For obvious reasons, as Berkey has a bit of a chuckle in the box there, I should say. King 9 of diamonds, here it is.
Here we go.
Under the gun. We're going to bring up the vibe a little bit. Make it a bit louder. Try and get as much entertainment as we can in this hand-for-hand stuff. He's going to raise it up with the King 9 of diamonds. Perfect hand in Baccarat if you play that game.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Monkey?
I think he's going to raise it up and make it 525k to go. Tam's going to fold the Doyle Brunson round to Baby Allen. Picks up the big slick offsuit. Ace King. It's going to cost him 525k to call, but I'd imagine he's going to come in for a raise. Damon telling Baby that he's got a very good hand as Baby Allen's obviously looking down at one of the best starting hands, I should say, in Texas Hold'em.
Rot roll. Rot roll in the chat. Did he just jam him?
No, he hasn't jammed him. I don't think. I think he's just raised it and made it. No, he has jammed him. Sure.
He's jammed it straight in.
Great call from you. As the triangle comes out,
Do you know
Damon.
what? When he hears someone go, "I've got a really good hand," and he's got Ace King there.
Maybe this is it, buddy.
Oh, is he thinking about it?
Damon says maybe this is it, buddy. To be honest with you, I think there's a bit of Hollywood here. Damon knows what's going on. I can't imagine he's going to call it off here with a natural. He's just going to go in the tank a little bit. Obviously, the King 9 here shrivels up like you know what in the cold. So, just going to eye him off for a little bit and almost certainly put this hand in the muck. As John says in the YouTube chat, Ace King always jam and pray to fold. Yeah, no doubt.
I can't think of a hand that I've lost more with in flips than the old Anna Kournikova.
Some of pros do put pressure back on people.
Actually,
We might-
yeah, get down to the table, hear this chat.
Yeah, we might go a bit mute here so you guys can hear the table chat.
If you put pressure back on people, I can't fold, man. I don't think I can fold. If you say yes, I'll call. If you say no, I'll fold. Let's put it this way. Yes, no. Can I do a coin toss?
For all the Damon supporters out there, you kind of hope that he just lays this one down. He's still got plenty of bigs in play. He's got 32 bigs. To be honest, I'm not really sure what he's contemplating here. Maybe he's just thinking that Baby's raising too often, and he's trying to get away with one here. Obviously,
Those
thinking
in the
with
chat, I actually don't
King
think
9.
he's tanking you. I think he's actually considering this. Thinking Baby's making the push around, but even if he is, it's really not the hand to be calling with.
Agreed.
Like, even if you think your opponent's pushing you around.
Talkman in the chat there in Twitch saying, Matt, definitely Hollywooding. We've played a bit with Damon. I don't want to say he's Hollywooding. I know that everybody at home can see the cards, so we played with Damon. This is a legitimate decision for him. I'm being dead serious when I say it. He wouldn't be eyeing off Baby. He's a fast player, so if he's actually in the tank, he's actually legitimately thinking about it, Berkey.
It's definitely... oh...
You need to know a bit about the player here.
It's
so.
also much easier to say when we can see Alan with the Ace King.
Of course.
Now, if Alan's sitting here with Queen Jack and he's just pushing him round, and you guys are in the chat going, "Oh, he should be able to call this. It's easy call because you can see the cards." The only thing that's making this real tough on him is he can't see his cards. If he actually thinks that Baby's pushing him round, he may consider the call.
Michael Winslow coming in there saying graphics wrong. They're definitely not wrong. We just got confirmation about that. He does have King 9 of diamonds. He has got the cards right over the reader, so we know for a fact that they are King 9. He is going to lay it down. And shout-outs just quietly to John. He says he talks a lot and says nice hand. And I believe that that's what's happened there. Good on Damon for finding the fold there. That was not a tank. Trust me, it wasn't. If you know the player, he's a speedy player, likes to get through a few hands. And I think that was a legitimate decision for him, thinking that Baby might be trying to push him around a little bit as he finds the fold button.
As I said, it's easy for everyone on the chat seeing the other guy's got Ace King, but if he thinks Baby's pushing him around with a middling hand...
As Grace comes into the chat saying, no Hollywood, I've seen him call worse, so with an exclamation mark. So Grace has obviously played against him before.
No, but good that. I think it's a good fold.
Joel coming into the chat as well saying, Grace Brooke, you would snap it off. Pretty funny chat coming in at the moment.
This is great. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
This is the outer feature table, as you can see. We're hand for hand at the moment. 5 on the outer feature table, 5 on the feature table. Hand for hand play. It's going to be a bit slow. Might give me an opportunity to talk a little bit about the Mixed Game Academy stuff with Shannon Vandenberg.
Mate, that is top-notch stuff you can talk about all day.
Might have to bring up his schedule and talk you guys through that for the people who like more than 2-card poker. As Tam under the gun. First to act here. He's got the king 3 off.
I haven't got anything back about stacks on the other table yet, guys, so I'm trying my best here.
You've also got to remember, guys, whenever you're asking us about stacks on the outer table, the stacks that they give us would be the stacks currently, even though we're on a 20-minute delay. So we don't want to give away anything in chat. They would have to give us the stacks from 20 minutes ago for us to provide you with that information and for that to be accurate on what you're watching. Probably one of the reasons for why we haven't been given that information yet, because they'd have to go back and find out what happened 20 minutes ago. As Baby Allen finds a raise here to 525 with the ace 9 of spades. Round to Damon. He's got pocket 7s. He's going to jam it.
There you go.
Sure. And Baby Allen's just got to fold. And Damon squared just picks it up. Eugene Portland saying, deal me in. I know what he's talking about. That's Party Tricks, one of the best mixed game players in the state of Victoria, if not in Australia. He's an unbelievable mixed game player. I always get busted by him for some reason. He just seems to always find it against me. Or maybe I'm just a very bad poker player, Berkey.
It's got to be one of them. I won't tell you which one, though.
It's the latter for sure. Like we said, we're hand-for-hand action here. 10 players to go. Hand-for-hand meaning we're going to deal one hand at a time at each of the tables.
And then just looking at Nathaniel's stack, it looks like it's taken a hit there. Just going to get confirmation of this because I got Maddie down there giving me the 20-minute late information. It looks like Nathaniel doubled someone up on that table. So he's taken a bit of a hit to his stack. Still got a stack there. But
still got plenty, I'd imagine. You can see he's got those big 500,000 chips there. We're talking about Nathaniel Hutton there. He's sitting in seat 2 on the outer feature table. As we get back to the feature here, Baby Allen's got a fold. Round to Jared Graham, an absolute crusher of poker, one of the elite. As it comes around to Daniel Francis, I should say, with the 9-3 bubbers, he's going to put them straight in the bin. Shout-outs to Foddy Fatakis too, just quietly. As Damon picks up the natural 9, and Tam's got the natural 8. They're both going to go in the bin.
I'm just hearing Big Brian in the background. Let's have a quick look at numbers for this closer. Actually, I want to see how quick it's actually jumping up. It's having a 154, if you don't mind. We've still got an hour and a half of late rego there on the opener. So I dare say... Oh, sorry, the opener. Jeez, I've had an absolute shock there. The closer...
Yeah, the opener into the closer. You're trying to bookend it. I understand the game,
I was
Berkey.
trying to bookend it, but I absolutely whiffed it. Just another miss from me. But, hey, here we are. Ryan on there. Ask for them for their stack sizes, then tell us in 20 minutes.
Getting the spam messages coming in from Foddy from the outside. He's doing some business stuff. He's out there with Frenchie, Hugo Dief, who shot a lot of bullets into the PLO. We're not going to tell you exactly how many, but he did pretty well to get to the guarantee himself, just quietly. So shout-outs to Frenchie.
Lofty God in the chat asking how many tables can this place fit. Believe it or not, I believe there's 50 tables in this place. There's 15 big ones downstairs. I don't know if that includes the stream table. It might be 16 with that. And then there's 35 smaller tables up in this bigger area.
Have a look at the sports jacket that Baby Allen's got there with a ding on the back there.
Ding!
The ding.
Ding!
That's absolutely a Baccarat type of apparel. I think I saw Frenchie actually wear that a couple of days ago. So it's out there in and amongst the players as Tam picks up the ace-jack of clubs here. It's in the small blind.
Versus Babyface.
Yep, 30 bigs.
Fireworks between these two. I just love watching them play at each other.
7.5 million in his stack. 30 bigs here. It's going to cost him 125 to call. He's going to put in a raise here. Obvious raise from the small blind. Putting the max pressure back on Baby Allen, who picks up the natural, the King 8 offsuit. It's going to cost him 450 to call from the big blind.
Lofty God, where are you coming from? Just out of curiosity, you said you're going to head over here. Where's home for you?
And just getting some information here. That ding merchandise you can see out there that Baby was wearing, I believe it's a brand made by the best in the game for dinging it, Frenchie. So shout outs to Hugo for coming up with some ding merchandise. And it looks like, guys, we're still figuring out what's going on in the outer feature table. It might be an all-in call, so we might be down to a final table of 9 here, depending on the outcome of this particular hand. As Shane O'Mac, who's in the dealer's chair here, is about to peel out a flop, turn, and river.
Things can be reopened.
Please no spoilers in the chat, guys. Got to remember, we are on a 20-minute delay, but Playlive.Melbourne is keeping you live with the action. So we would appreciate if none of you guys try and spoil it for everybody else who is watching the action here on a 20-minute delay. And here we go. We can't see the flop or the action on the outer feature table, unfortunately, because there is no RFID table out there to show us the action.
It does not look like we've lost anyone.
Definitely hasn't, Berkey. We're still down to 10 as cards get dealt out here on the feature table. Daniel Francis picking up the Jack-7 off. He's under the gun, first to act. Squeezing it up. It's going to fold. Round to Damon squared. Damon, Matt, whatever you want to go and buy.
Are we going to be watching the blind hand here?
He's going to make it $1 million cold.
$1 million cold.
Round to Tam. Packet of Tim Tams here. Good friend of mine. Funniest guy ever, just quietly. He's going to fold the natural, the 6-3 off. Round to Baby Fam. He's going to fold the King-7. Jared Graham picks up the 9-6. He's in the big blind. I can't imagine he's going to call, especially not for 750K into 14 bigs. He's only got 3.4 million. He's going to fold, and Damon Squared picks it up. And we're going to continue out to this outer feature table. Randy Yarko in the chat there. Oh, it's Damon. I know him. He's a really nice guy. He's one of the best, honestly. He's right up there. Superhuman guy. Got great character, great personality, big unit. He's always got a smile on his face too. Great vibes from the bloke.
Absolutely. And it's great to have those people around. It really brings up the atmosphere of the room. Even in tense times like this. You got people here who just, they're playing for a lot of money. They're not used to being in this position.
170 lacquers up top, yeah. 104 for second, 64.5 for third. So, like you said, Berkey, they're playing for some big cheese. Not much for you, Berkey, but for the battlers, it's plenty. Just got a message.
Damon hasn't had a cash anywhere near this big, and he's just sitting there playing with a bit of fun in his face. It's refreshing to see. It's nice. Shout outs to Damon. Like you're really putting a good vibe on here for us, man. And it makes it much easier to commentate on too.
So it looks like there's been a bet call at the river here. As you can see, the stub goes into the muck. So it looks like two players in the outer tables here. It might be seat 8 and Nathaniel Hutton battling it in the outer table here. I cannot see the cards. Do not know what they are, but I can tell you for a fact it was a bet and a call. And I believe the action's on Nathaniel. You can see on your left-hand side. We're calling this absolutely Arctic cold for you. We've got no idea what's going on. And let's see what Nathaniel decides to do. Unfortunately, we don't have any graphics, any cards, nothing. Calling it blind.
Gonna get a fold?
It's going to go check from Nathaniel, bet, fold. Now, it looks like seat 9 actually has taken down that pot. I thought it might have been seat 8. Do apologise, but we don't have any incoming communication about that outside table, so we're just calling it as you guys see it on the screen. And another hand should be dealt now on the feature table, as we are hand for hand, 10 players to go. And as Berkey has said a couple of times, we'll say it one more time, we're going to be playing down to 9, then they're going to bag up and come back tomorrow at midday with Berkey and I in the hot seat, calling, pumped up.
Absolutely pumped up for that.
We're going to be pumped up like a pair of Reeboks, and we'll be coming back tomorrow at midday to call the action for you. As Damon finds the 9-4 bubbers straight in the bin. Tam, ace of spades, 6 of clubs, 7 never win, 74% possibility in baccarat, but you lose with it 98% of the time. He's in the cutoff. Looks like he's elected to raise it up here. He's going to raise it up and make it 525k to go. Baby Allen picks up the King 10 off. We've seen King 10 a few times here, Berkey.
It's reared its head on this final table. Feature table. I'll get my words right eventually. We'll get this going.
As it approaches 9:15, Berkey tripping over his words here, but that's okay. We're bringing this to you on a 20-minute delay. This is live at the Playlive Melbourne Millions. 20-minute delay, like I said, day 3 of the main event. As Baby Allen comes in for a 3-bet, 1.375 million, background to Tam. Now, these guys have played together numerous times. They know each other's game quite well. So it comes back onto Tam. The A6 off, 850 to call in the cutoff. 30 big, 7.6 million in his chip stack. He's going to ask for a count. Love this from Tam.
Not afraid, Tam. He's never been afraid to get chips in the middle. Especially if he thinks he's ahead, which he actually is in this. Percentage-wise, he's not huge ahead, but I'll tell you what. If he thinks he's ahead and he can go for it, he will make a move.
As Paranormal Places coming into the chat on YouTube saying Nathaniel chips are going down. Look, we don't know yet, Paranormal, and we can't really ask for what their current chip stacks are because they would be giving us the information live right now, and this is on a 20-minute delay, so it would have to be asking what his chip stack was 20 minutes ago for us to give you an accurate account of what's actually happening that you're seeing on the stream.
We will try call it as best we can
as
when
it looks
we
like
see it.
The players, as you can see on the outer feature table, sweating the feature table, finding out what's going on there. Now, Berkey, they did have something in play recently here at Playlive about the outer feature table or the feature table being able to look at the chip stacks on the other tables. Is that in play for this particular event? You know, that 30 seconds or you got a minute to have a look at the outer table and then come back and you must be seated?
I'm surprised it hasn't actually been put into place here. I really like when that happens. If it hasn't happened, look, I can't tell them what they should or shouldn't be doing. These guys are the professionals. They know what they're doing.
Sure.
Trying their best out there. Maybe.
Well, to be fair, just quietly, this outer feature table, Berkey, just to cut you off, is actually like 3 or 4 meters away from the actual feature table themselves. So they could stand up and just have a sneak peek. So maybe they've just allowed that to go ahead for this main event, considering so much money's at play, Berkey. As Tam here picks up the natural, the 6-3, puts it in the bin. Sure, why not? As Jared Graham here on the button picks up the Jack 4 diamonds, puts it straight in the bin. Ooh. And Daniel, thank God he put it in the bin as Daniel picks up the Pocket Kings. We've seen Pocket Kings come out quite a bit on this feature table, Berkey. It might be the 5th or 6th or 7th time we've seen Pocket Kings.
There's been a lot of premiums.
Sure.
A lot of premiums here. Now, he's wondering how to play this. He's in the small blind. He's only facing Damon behind. He decides, is he tricking it up again with a flat? Wow.
Geez, well, Daniel putting himself in a world of hurt if a 7 or a 3 comes off or 2 pairs. So it's Kings versus 7-3. The flop comes down Ace, Queen, 9, all spades.
Just the worst flop you can think of with Kings when you try to trap.
No doubts about it. But a bet should get this done. He's going to check it. Damon going to come out for a bet. And look at Daniel now in a world of hurt from not raising this pre-flop with his Pocket Kings. The Ace is down, the Queen is down, and the 9 of spades. And Daniel's King's going to shrivel up quite a lot. But let's see if he can sniff this one out from Damon Squared, who has put in that bet of 275. He's going to call. Come along with the Pocket Kings. Okay. Fine, sure, why not? Here comes the turn. Turn brings in that 4th spade.
Even worse.
So Daniel, no spades in his hand. I'd imagine he's probably going to check this. And Damon's going to try and take this pot away from Daniel, who, in my personal opinion, might have misplayed this pre-flop. But what would I know? Daniel's in the top 10 and I'm not. As Daniel might be looking at some chips here. All right, okay, here we go. Could have been his play from the start. Forget about my commentary for this hand. He's going to come out and have a bet on the turn. He's going to bet 600. Obviously, Damon cannot continue, and he's going to fold, and Daniel picks that one up. Yeah, sure. Okay, that's another way of playing the hand, and that's going to get it done. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, Berkey.
Yep.
as he throws his
I got no idea.
as Berkey throws his hands up in the air. No idea what's going on.
Oh, that's okay. Look, you played how you want to. They're your chips. But you know what? At the end of the day, he got the job done. He made the right call on the flop, and then he bet out and got... Because if he checks there and faces a second barrel, he may not be able to call. So the only way he's going to pick up the chips there is either calling down properly or leading out there. Wayne in the chat saying, well done, lads. Appreciate it. I hope he's talking about us, but I hope he's also talking about the players at the table who are doing really well. Nebo in the chat. Go, Damon. Keep fighting. It's good to see the love going around for the players here doing their best, guys. We'll try to bring it to you as best we can in commentary, but these guys are the real... You're the real MVP.
Great call there from Berkey. Nathaniel, as you can see, he's got chips in the pot there. Anyway, back around to the feature table. Baby Allen picking up the king-queen off. He's under the gun first to act. 9.1 million, 36 bigs. Blinds are 125, 250, 250. This is hand number 145, day 3 of the main event here at the Playlive Melbourne Millions. He's going to raise it up and make it 525k to go, which seems to be the obvious raise amount. It's going to get folded around to Damon squared. Damon. He's going to fold. Round to Tim Tam. Picks up the 4-3 off. He's got some boobers there. But I imagine he's going to get rid of them. But you never know. Might decide to just limp in and see if he can flip the joint. Or 2 pairs or 3 of a kind. But he does put them into the bin. And Baby's going to pick that up as we go back out to the outer table. There's Shane standing up with the green shirt on, I should say, to the right. Nathaniel Hutton's on that outer feature table too.
Casper's asking in the chat, when's the next podcast episode, fellas? Well, that's a really good question. We're going to probably do it on Monday, I'd assume. We try to do it every Monday, but obviously with the Playlive Millions and us being sitting in the commentary booth has hampered that a little bit. We will try get the next episode out as soon as we can.
Now, maybe this might be a golden opportunity for me, knowing that Frenchie and Foddy are watching this stream at the moment, obviously sweating a couple of their friends that are playing on the feature table. See if I can get those bad boys to come in for a episode of You Can't Make It Up.
That'd be hilarious getting those boys in.
I know that we got the Shaheen brothers coming in soon, Jason and Simon Shaheen. And I believe for Joe Sandev, who's coming back next week, just quietly. He came into play from Adelaide. He says he's good friends with Foddy. So it might be a Foddy, Joe Sandev episode of You Can't Make It Up. And then maybe get Ash Gupta in there with Frenchie for the battle of the accents. And then obviously Jason and Simon Shaheen clutching up for us, I believe, next Monday after the Super Bowl, Berkey.
Yes.
As Daniel Francis here picks up the ace-jack.
I'll definitely be in a state to do a podcast right after Super Bowl.
No doubts about it. Daniel Francis picking up the ace-jack off here in the cutoff. Say that quickly a few times as it gets raised to 500k by him. Damon picking up the king 10.
Timothy Johnson in the chat, going for Damon as well.
Damon Squares put that in the bin. Tam, the 9-3, can't continue from the small blind.
6-3 folds, 6-4 folds.
And Baby Allen picking up the two-side natural. He's going to put that in the bin. And Daniel's going to pick that up as we go back to the outer feature table.
Allen's sitting there with 9.2 million, chip leader at the table, 37 bigs. This is the part of the tournament where blind levels go up and you don't lose as many players, so the average goes down.
Now, this might
start to get a bit of action.
This might give us a bit of a golden opportunity here to talk about the Mixed Game Academy stuff with Shannon Vandenberg, the Prince of Poker himself. He's coming in clutch from tomorrow onwards for another week of poker here at Playlive. I'll just bring up some information about this.
One second.
Oh, I'm confused. Are we ahead or are we behind? We're ahead. We're ahead.
Just Cam coming into the box to say hi to us. I think he's heading on his way out. So he wanted to say hi to the team up here. Once again, it's myself, Adam Burke, and my co-pilot, Mr. Josh Monk, a.k.a. Monkey.
Good to have you with me, Berkey, and good to be here, actually. And thank you very much to everybody in the chat across all three platforms, the YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. We thank you very much for joining us for day 3 of the main event here at the Playlive Melbourne Millions, 129 York Street, South Melbourne. The closing events will be tomorrow, with the last event on at 7 o'clock tomorrow, the Berserker. Sounds like an event fit for Frenchie and Foddy. If they want to play some 2-card stuff, that starts tomorrow. Like I said, at 7 o'clock, it's a $400 buy-in, 50k starting stack. The blind levels do go 15, 20, 24, 30. There's a 50k starting stack, 50k guarantee, I should say, for that particular event. So come down if you want to participate in the Get Out Stakes, the William Pike in the last. That's the Berserker tomorrow at 7 p.m, Tuesday the 3rd.
Fidzy 008 in the chat, first time chat. Saying hello, glad for you to join us. It's great to have everyone here. Like, we're going to try to fill this gap as much as possible. For hand, those who have played in tournaments can get a bit thin and dry. So we'll just talk about extra events that are going on, stuff that's actually happening currently. The Prince of Poker himself, Shannon Vandenberg's series coming up, and the mixed game right after the series finishes.
Talking about that Mixed Game Academy stuff. Now, listen, if you're not liked and subscribed to the Mixed Game Academy stuff and you like more than 2-card poker, I strongly suggest you liking and subscribing to the Prince of Poker's Mixed Game Academy stuff on Facebook. That is Mixed Game Academy at Facebook. You can't miss it. He's the man, he's the myth, he's the legend. He runs all of those events here at Play Live, all the mixed game stuff. Now, I will talk through that schedule for those people who are interested, just as Cam Bolton just comes straight in to the chat on YouTube saying, Monk for the win. I appreciate that, Cam. Cam, a avid golfer, got a pretty decent handicap. We haven't had a match yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Maybe you can tee that up at some stage, Cam. I've got fatter and older and worse at golf over time, so I might be able to still get the chocolates from you. Either way, as Daniel Francis decides to fold under the gun here, the Jack-2 off. Round to Damon squared. Damon, 7-3. That's not a misprint in his name. His first name is Damon. His surname is Damon. His parents didn't get that one wrong. They just went Damon Shaw, fold. As it comes around to Tam, picks up the 10-5 off. He's on the button. He's going to raise on the button here in position. Fortunately for him, Alan Phams picked up a monster 5-handed, ace-9 off. As John in the chat says, actually, Daniel Francis is my hero. So a bit of support there for Dan Francis. So Tam obviously raising it up to 525. You can see the graphics in the bottom left-hand corner. Alan Pham in the small blind with the ace-9 off. He does have Jared Graham to act after him as it comes around to Jared Graham, who does pick up the king-10. He's got 11 bigs, 2.8 mil. I'd imagine Jared's going to go with his hand here, to be fair.
Jared ends up calling that, so it's going to leave him with 10 big blinds here against Tam 10-5. He's got him utterly dominated. And a king in the...
King 6 on the
Two
flop.
kings.
Jared way out in front. Tam in a world of hurt. There's actually no cards that Tam can win with, believe it or not. Checkmark goes next to Jared's name. He's locked this one up. He's got 10 bigs. Let's see what Tam decides to do here. As Jared checks it over to him with a checkmark next to his name. Cannot lose the hand. Brilliant position to be in if you're Jared. Or in any poker game for that matter. Tam's going to continue this line of bubbisry, I should say. This line of lies here with the 10-5. But he did raise it pre-flop, so he's going to do a C-bet for 250k. Jared calls. Turn card brings in the deuce of spades. Obviously, we know Tam cannot win this hand. But let's see how Tam navigates his way through this particular hand. As the option is now on Jared on the turn. He hasn't made a decision yet. Not that we know whether or not he's checked it. Might get confirmation from the studio downstairs. It looks like he's looking at Tam's stack. But I believe the action is on Jared, who hasn't made a decision yet. So in the tank a little bit. So Jared did check. And Tam's going to continue with this line of betting here. beautiful for Jared. Obviously, he's locked this one up. Cannot lose. Tam's going to bet 700K on the turn, drawing absolutely motherless. What a spot for Jared, who just comes along with a call. I love this from Jared. Here comes the river, down and dirty.
When you got the board that locked up, you've got to let your opponent do what they do.
7 of spades brings in the backdoor flush, but Jared doesn't care too much about that. I can't imagine. He's now completely pot committed to this. He's calling off any bet. He's going to check it. Back round to Tam. Can Tam go a third barrel here, which obviously won't get it done? Or is Tam going to just shut this down right now and think I'm being outplayed here and just save some chips? I reckon he's going to go for the check. Getting some information in from the chat here from John. And Tam does shut down. It goes check, check. And Jared's going to show him the king 10. That's going to get the job done. Tam loses a bit there. And Jared scoops a few more chips. He's up to 20 bigs.
Another spade. Another spade? Another spade in regular. One more does the job, Sam. One more, I won't hold it.
Sorry about the pause there in the comms. We're just getting fed some information from the studio downstairs in live time. So we're going to get back to the action here as Damon picks up the king queen. Raises 600K under the gun. Baby Allen picks up the small tiger, queen 6 of hearts. He's going to fold. Jared picks up the queen 8. He's folding. And Daniel picks up the ace king again. He's had ace king and kings. I think he's had ace king, kings, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yes. And to be fair, the other two is flattered. So let's see. Interesting to see what line he's going to take here.
Down Under Wrestling Reviews. Is the final table tonight? No, the final table is tomorrow at midday. They're going to bag this up when we get down to 9 players. Come back tomorrow at midday. Berkey and I will be calling the action. If you like our commentary, we have been asked to come in and keep the vibes alive from tonight. Roll it over to tomorrow. Right, okay, so Dean's moved this all in, and Damon's caught with the king-queen. So we've got some action here. Daniel all in at risk with his ace-king, but does have the best of it. Damon has elected to call for 3.8 million more with his king-queen. As you can see, 8% equity. He needs to find a king. Sorry, pardon me. He needs to find a queen, and basically a queen only. As there's some...
So as you know, with hand for hand, if you get an all-in and a call, you must hold up, wait for the other hand to finish before we roll them over. So that's why we're not going to the action just yet.
So there's obviously a hand here going on in the outer feature table too, just quietly. And so we're going to figure out what's going on here. There could be some big action going on in the outer feature table. So we're seeing what you're seeing on the screen if you're wondering what's going on in the outer feature table. But it looks like there's 3-way action in the outer feature table and an all-in call on our feature table. We'll get back to our feature table once this hand, I believe, completes. So...
Chips going in the middle here from Nathaniel.
Nathaniel looks like he made a pretty decent sized bet there. He was bringing out the big ones, the 500,000 chips. Can't quite see what's going on. Tam standing up, trying to figure out what's going on the outer table. Geez, what a sweat for Damon. Damon, who hasn't seen what cards have been turned over yet. So he's going to see the bad news shortly, I'd imagine, as we're playing out the outer feature table. Big action. Looks like Shane there in the 8th spot is in the tank. As you can see, leaning back in his seat.
I know it says wrong table, but we can't go back to the main table and get this this all-in call done until we get the final of this table.
Correct, because of the hand-for-hand action. So this hand obviously started first. It needs to finish first before we go back to the feature table. And there's obviously some action brewing here in the outer feature table. So very hard for us to be able to call the action here, but all we can tell you is there's some action on the outer feature table that must complete first before we get back to the feature. And on the feature table, it's ace king versus king queen, but the cards haven't been flipped over yet, so Damon doesn't know in the ward of pain he's in. As the camera goes back to the feature table now, I believe. So it's king queen versus ace king. Damon needs to find the queen as the outer table has now concluded their hand, and off to the flop we go. Needs to find the queen. And the flop comes 8-10 jack. Up and down draw for Damon as the turn comes down. Brings in another 10. Needs an ace or a 9. Here comes the river down and dirty. Brings in the 5 of spades. And Daniel gets the double through with the ace king.
We'll lose Damon.
No, we're not. Damon had a little bit more chips in play.
Did he? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
then Daniel. There's a little bit of bias here from Berkey in the chat just quietly.
Oh, it's sad.
He wants Damon to go deep as Damon, I should say, doubles up Daniel.
Come on, Matt.
Say that quickly.
Look, I just like the nice guys. He's a super nice guy. He's a, genuine player at the table, and I think he's got some real love here in the chats.
Now, I believe I saw a bit of chat there in the YouTube about Daniel Francis having 135k USD in tournament
good.
winnings from some sort of a WSOP event.
I mean,
from I think 2019, if memory serves me correctly. I might be wrong, but sure, that will get it done too. 135 lacquer or whatever it was. It was posted in the YouTube chat. So you guys on the YouTube stream who are watching the chat, you could probably scroll back and find some information about that if you are keen on learning a little bit more about Daniel.
Looks like we are still...
2007, pardon me, 2007, sure. From almost 20 years ago. Right, okay. Good on you, John. Appreciate it.
Looks like we're still continuing here till we get down to a final table. Monkey, let's keep the action going. Let's keep the vibe up going. Those in the chat, stick with us. We're going to do our best here to keep all the info flowing in as we receive it 20 minutes later. I love the pan. I love the fact that we can pan over the other table now. See the sweats going on from the outer tables.
Gerald Baldy just bringing in some suggestions, a bit of feedback into the Facebook Live. More than happy to pin that message and or take a photo of it and send it over to the boys downstairs. The owners. Any feedback's good feedback. Any suggestions are good. We're just trying to make the best player and experience, I should say. Player experience here at Playlive. Hoping you're enjoying what we're putting down here. As we get back to the feature table, like we said, 10 players left, hand-for-hand action, 797 runners, 170,000 up top, over $1 million prize pool, if you don't mind. As the action goes around to Baby Alan Pham, pick up the king 4 off. He's in the cutoff. Looks like he's made a raise here to 525, standard raise, Jack 5, Motown goes in the bin for Jared Graham. Entered Daniel Francis, picks up the king 5, he's putting that in the bin. And Damon squared from the big blind is going to elect to call. Just got one of his legs cut out in the last hand, King Queen versus Ace King. So it might be slightly tilted, but he's elected to call with the best hand here just quietly. 43% equity. Here comes the flop. It comes...
Was the best hand.
As the flop comes 8-10-4, as Berkey was alluding to, was the best hand as the 4 hits for Baby Alan Pham, bottom pair. And Damon's just got to jam it straight in his face.
Sure.
So Baby Alan's got a decision to make here. He's asking for a count. Damon firing off a bit of steam here. He does have King 6. It is not the best hand at the moment. He's only got 3 outs to draw from, or draw 2, I should say. Top right-hand corner.
Gets him to fold. I mean...
Hats off to Damon. Gets him to fold the best hand.
Fold the best hand, sure. 18 bigs. He's got to understand this is still a lot to play with. Like one double up here and you can be chip leader. So you just don't need to panic yet. But as we've seen from Damon, he loves to play it hard and fast, and you know what? That's just his style to play.
Lauren also coming in, loving the stream and commentary. Any thoughts on flipping the second table around? Then we can see it better. Tell you what, that's good feedback too.
I'll tell you what, I'll take that downstairs and I'll see what we can do. See if that's even an option for these guys. They'll know better than I will. But hey, All the feedback we can get for this thing, especially for the stream, is great stuff.
Pretty funny chat coming in on the YouTube just quietly. Damon has lost his mind. Ha ha. As T-Law 3-bets him and says he has dinner with the missus at 10 o'clock. That's actually quite funny. Nice hand by you guys there. Kind of like those comments in chat. Let's get back to the action. Under the gun. Alan Pham, I believe, folded with his 10-9 off. Jared still trying to pick up some graphics here. We don't know exactly what's going on. And all of a sudden,
again.
Damon's just jammed again from what looks to be the small blind. Action back on Tam. So I'm not sure exactly what's happened here. I believe it's just been folded all the way around. Oh, pardon me, it hasn't. It's been raised by Jared Graham in the 9 seat here.
So we haven't got graphics.
Who's under the gun
plus
+1. So he's made it from the looks of it there. It looks like 525. I believe Berkey. We can't quite see it. The graphics haven't appeared yet.
I'm going to say 550 because there's 2 chips on top.
Sure,
so
550.
550 and then an open jam here. I'm just getting word the graphics are being a bit temperamental here. So we're going to have to call this Arctic cold from what we can see. All we've got right now is Jared Graham raising it.
And then Damon just jamming it. Yeah.
And then Damon just jamming it straight at him.
So the action's obviously background to Jared Graham here. In the tank.
Damon is all in from what I can tell.
And Jared's elected to call. So
hold on
all of a second, we've got an all-in and call here at the feature table.
We can't roll them over yet because we've got to wait for the action on the other table to be complete first.
And we don't know the cards yet, so we're going to call this cold.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We got.
So stick where you are, just quietly. It looks like a double bust out on the outer feature table.
I've just got information. We have a 3-way all-in on the other table and an all-in on the feature table.
Is that a double bust out? Have chips been pushed yet?
He's getting.
And it looks like it's a double bust out on the outer feature table.
We have a double bust out on the outer table. Nathaniel with queens, Raoul with 4s, and Isaac with jacks. So we lost 2 on the other table, and we have an all-in on this one. 10-8 versus ace-queen.
And here comes the flop. We don't know who's holding which hand. I'd imagine that...
Well, the 10-8s are ahead for now. I don't actually know who's who.
I believe that the 10-8 is probably going to be Damon. And here comes the river. It brings in the 3.
So we'll wait and see where this stack gets pushed. Because I'm not sure who's who.
Now, just bear with us as we get the information here. As you can imagine, we don't know exactly what's going on. We're seeing what you guys at home are seeing. We're going to get the information from Berkey as to what happened on the outer feature table. But it looked like a double elimination, Berkey. Is that correct?
I'm getting information here. We had a double elimination on the other table. It looks like Nathaniel Hutton has 22 million now over on that table. 22 million. Wow.
As it looks like Damon here on the feature table might have jammed with the 10-8. He flops the 10. Jared's ace-queen goes down in flames, I'd imagine, as the chips look like they've been pushed from Jared almost certainly to Damon.
I think that might be a bust out for Jared as well.
And Jared's found the showers too,
we've just had
right?
a triple knockout here. On the final table bubble, we've had a triple knockout.
Alrighty, so here we go. Just to let you guys know here. So Jared was all in with the ace-queen. After Damon jammed it with the 10-8, the natural, he flops a 10, sends Jared, just quickly, Berkeley, let me finish, sends Jared to the showers. So Jared's out on the feature table, and we're just getting information about what happened on the outer feature table. It looks like Nathaniel Hutton has busted 2 players on the outer feature table. Is that correct, Berkeley?
Yeah,
Are we down to 7 all of a sudden?
We're down to 7. We just lost Raoul and Isaac in a triple bust out. A triple bust out. So the final table is actually going to be a final table to 7 instead of 9 here. What is... I'm getting more information in. Nathaniel had pocket queens, Raoul had pocket 4s, Zach had pocket jacks. They got all in. Queens hold. Nathaniel holds a stack now of 22 million. And we are going to go to a final table of 7. Now, in case anyone's wondering what the payouts are, I know how this goes. I'm going to see how it goes. So because there was a bust out on separate tables, whoever the short stack was on the outer table in the double bust out will get 10th. And the other 2 bust outs, so Jared Graham and whoever had the next biggest stack over there, will chop 8th and 9th. So that's how we're going to be doing it. And we're going to go to a final table. Guys, if you're asking why they're bagging, this was already planned in the works. We're going to come back tomorrow with a final table of 7 now, not 9, which we were actually planning on to, but we had an absolute triple knockout here. What incredible scenes that
Absolutely
is.
unreal. So we're going to come back tomorrow at midday. There will be a 20-minute delay, obviously, for us, Berkey, to come up here and call the action. So action will most likely start tomorrow around 12:20 to 12:30 local time here in Melbourne. We are down to 7. 7th place, I believe, picks up 26,500.
So that bubble right there was an 8K bay jump to 7th.
I mean, you can't make it up. It's the name of our
Damon's-
podcast, Berkey.
So Damon's hand holding there at 10.8 made him an extra $7,000 on that.
Unbelievable. And just like our podcast, if you haven't liked and subscribed to that, that's a You Can't Make It Up podcast if I've ever seen one. The double bust out, Queens, Jacks, fours, Nathaniel with the Queens, gets them to hold double bust out in the outer feature table. And
What just
Damon
happened?
just takes out Jared Graham with the 10-8 natural, picks up a 10 on the flop, gets it done. Showers for Jared Graham, who storms out the room, but he's a lovely guy. Handshakes all round.
Raul and Isaac we lost as well. So this is going to be, wow. And we're going to have an extremely large chip later coming in tomorrow with Nathaniel Hutton holding over 22 million in chips.
Now, we might just finish off this this stream here, guys, just for a little bit of information before we cut out for the night. As you can see, they're bagging and coming back tomorrow. The main event, day 4, will start at midday tomorrow. We've got the closer on at the moment. Late registration finishes in 45 minutes. And we've got a couple more events going on for tomorrow. If you want to keep abreast of everything that's going on at Playlive, you can like and subscribe on their Facebook page, or you can go on to playlive.melbourne for all the information there. That is the end of day 3 with an absolutely outrageous finish. We'll see you guys tomorrow about 12:20, between 12:20 and 12:30 tomorrow for the main event finale.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks for that. I got really lucky. I got really lucky. You know, the fucking... Hey, bro, like, Gemma.